subscribe. Tariq Radio. Watch and subscribe.
And when they get us out the mix, that leaves an opening for them. You understand? Just like, let me tell you something. With R. Kelly, I'm going to give you a great example. With R. Kelly, remember, it was a lot of those tethers. It was Tarana Burke and all them tethers really rooting for R. Kelly to be taken down. So they got R. Kelly out the game. The white supremacists got R. Kelly up out of here. Have y'all noticed how R&B, to be honest, let's be real, R&B sucks right now. There's a void in the music. With R. Kelly gone, there's a major void in the music. We got to be I'm just talking musically. I'm not agreeing with anything dude was charged with or whatever, which some of that shit was bullshit. That wasn't no RICO either. Yeah, they did some I might not say so with his charges, but family, the music game or R. Kelly, there's a void. And they knew that was going to create a void. Yeah, there's a major void with R. Kelly out the game. The R&B is not the same. And now that there's that void, who we get? We start getting the Burner Boys and the Whiz Kids. We start getting these second fiddle, second tier artists. I'm not going to denigrate them because some of Whiz Kid stuff is good. Some of Burner Boy stuff is good. It's cool. It's cool. But now they can come over. Now that some of the big icons have been taken down. Hey, nigga, now I can go do what I do now. I can get in my foot in the door, nigga. So now they're getting in. Yeah. So yeah, they want a lot of the entertainers who are foundational Black Americans to get up out of there. So that's going to create a lane for them. Yeah. And it's not the same energy. That's why movies, a lot of the movies are sucking right now. A lot of these roles now, you don't really feel the energy. It's very mid. You don't really feel the energy. You look at a lot of these movies and shows, the producers and the directors are non-FBAs, but they're trying to tell Black stories, and it don't resonate. Yeah, a lot of these movies and shows, the director and all of these folks, you got these non-FBA people trying to act like us, and it's just not clicking. It ain't connecting. Yeah. Remember when they tried to do that Good Times cartoon? They did a reboot of Good Times in the form of a cartoon. That shit flopped so badly. It was a bunch of tethers on that. And the jokes were whack. Just everything about it was whack. We couldn't connect to that. Eh? So yeah, they tried to use something that was a staple in foundational Black American culture, which is Good Times. That was a staple in our household growing up. And they tried to use that for nostalgic purposes and put some complete bullshit on it, and it just didn't work. That's why you look at a lot of these movies now with these non-FBA folks in there, it's just not connecting. We don't feel that energy. That's a reason why this movie, Sinners, going back to Sinners, did so well because you got an FBA director, the lead actor is FBA, and you did have some supporting actors who were not FBA who did a phenomenal job. But Sinners was not only told from the perspective of foundational Black Americans, the movie was paying homage to foundational Black American culture. That's why the movie is a success. It resonated, family. This is what I've been trying to drill this into people's head. Foundational Black Americans, we've always been the plug. We're the secret sauce. Look, when we ain't in the mix, the shit ain't popping. We better know our power. We better know our worth. We better know our influence. When we ain't in the mix, it ain't really clicking like that. Yeah, I want us to know our importance. Yeah, you know your importance, FBA family, because these other folks know. That's why they sitting up obsessing over you all day under the guise of criticism. Yeah, that's not just criticism, that's obsession. Y'all can't keep your damn eyes off of us. I'm saying we are the secret sauce. These white supremacists call up every day talking about stats and all of that, but damn it, you're obsessed with us. You can't look away. Family, when people sit up all day on message boards and chat rooms discussing us, there's some power to that. You don't discuss people who ain't about shit. You don't discuss people who don't really have something going there. Yeah? You discuss people all day, every day who you are threatened by. What are you threatened by? What are you threatened by? They know what the hell we're capable of. They know. It's time that you know. Let's get some folks up in here. Should I get RJ? RJ is a Nigerian tether, but let's hear what RJ has to say. RJ, hop on in. Let's hear what RJ has to say. He is a Democrat shield, by the way. He's a shield for the Democrats, but let's hear it. RJ, what's up?
What's up, Tariq?
I'm good, RJ. How
And
are you?
I'm good too. And I'd say you're a shield for Republicans. So,
But
what's good for the gander is good for the goose.
yeah, you never hear me really big them up, and I don't big up Republican policies like
Yeah,
that.
you do. Cut it out.
Name
Cut it
name the
out. Yeah, you
policy. The
do.
only thing I like is
And it's
immigration. I like the immigration getting some of your family up out of here, but that's it. Well, go ahead.
funny you talk about, um, black, immigrants using the FBI and stuff like that. Aren't you the group or and your people talking about calling ICE on immigrants? Like what? What are you talking about? You guys are the ones calling ICE on immigrants,
Mhm.
or at least talking about calling ICE on immigrants.
Well, there's
You're
some.
literally calling the Fed.
Well, that's 43 million foundational Black Americans. So some of them might. I don't know. Some of them
Yeah,
might.
exactly. So don't. Yeah. So once one person does it, then you don't have the high ground. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I
You don't
do.
have the moral
I
high
do.
ground.
Yes, I do.
No, no, you don't.
Why don't I?
No, you
Why
don't.
don't I?
Because once an FBA person starts talking about calling the Fed, you can't claim FBA people don't call the Fed. You can't say you're not snitches anymore. You're snitches as soon as you start calling the Fed.
Yeah, I mean it's
So
43 million foundational Black Americans. So yeah, you got some informants. I never said there wasn't. Yeah, you got a whole bunch of
yeah, okay.
informants.
So don't talk like you don't. Every that means everyone's calling the Fed and immigrants or foundational. It
Mhm.
is what it is.
Yeah, but one thing that's gonna happen is we ain't going nowhere. This is our shit, and we ain't getting deported, but your family is. So that's what matters, right?
Yeah, sure.
So whoever
And to
whoever call
defend,
whoever calls, it don't matter. I ain't going nowhere. Your ass is. So that's the that's the bottom line, right?
all right.
There you
But
go. There you go. Thank you so
To
much.
defend Christianity,
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
defend
Get
Christ,
out of here. Yeah, whoever calls, yeah, we straight. FBA's are good money. We good. So whoever calls, yeah, we gonna be good. Yeah, we ain't worried about no ICE calls. That's the bottom line. Yeah. We ain't got to sit up looking out of windows. Yeah, they rounding them up too. They getting them. Yeah, all these folks who talked all that big shit, boy, they are getting them. They're like, FBA's will help us, niggas. Yeah, I was walking down the street the other day. I saw an ice truck. I heard somebody in there. Help us! I think they recognized me. Tariq, Tariq. I thought I heard Tariq. I heard somebody say Tariq from an ice truck. I don't know who it was. I couldn't see his face, but I could have swore it said Tariq. Help me, nigga. Yeah, hey, I can't do nothing for you, man. I can't do nothing for you. Uh, let's get the board panda in the building. Board panda, what's happening? While we wait on board panda, you in? You good? Board panda, you better hop on in here before I take you up out of here. All right, board panda ain't saying nothing. So everybody else raise your hand. Everybody else raise your hand. Let's see who we got. Let me see. I'm gonna try to get some new faces. The lovely Wani is down there. Let's get who is this person here? A grant approved. Let's get a grant approved. All right. Let's get a grant approved.
Yo, what up, Tariq? Morning.
What's up, man? How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Appreciate the space. Long time listener. First off, I'm gonna just say I'm Jamaican American. That's how I've been kind of
Oh,
just saying it since I've been in the Twitterverse. The spaces.
yeah.
So but first, like just a few things I just wanted to just talk about. Just a couple things. The thing with Diddy, you mentioned the Hugh Hefner thing, and I
Yeah.
remember watching the show when I was young. I'm about 30, in my early 30s. And I remember both shows. I remember Diddy had his Making the Band, the Hugh Hefner. It was about around that time, the same time. And the fact that you mentioned how Hugh Hefner kind of just peacefully, he had that show broadcasting everything he's doing, like his day to day life, right?
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, why didn't they, like you said, it was a peaceful. Just to compare him to somebody a little bit more strange, like Bob Saget from Full House. You know what I mean? They got him up out of
Yeah.
there at the end of his career, like he died, and it was weird. So I feel like the reason why I brought it up though, because with Diddy, the only thing I kind of have with him, because I hope he, the situation works out for him peacefully, but the music part of it, like, do you feel like if they bankrupt him, they'll give back some of the music to like the people that it's kind of weird about the music. I don't really want to get into like the
They
percentage
ain't
of how
about to
they.
get there. They ain't about to get no music back to none of the artists.
Okay,
It's gonna be white. Yeah, white folks gonna get those catalogs.
damn.
So that's gonna be
Okay,
they gonna they ain't gonna do the right thing. Oh hell no. No, 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 no. They're gonna get that catalog and divvy it up among other white people. Just like with the death row catalog. Yeah, that's what they're gonna do. Yeah, they're gonna get that black catalog and license it out, and they're gonna circulate that among themselves. Boy, yeah, when it comes to intellectual property, I'm telling you, the game is run like the mafia because that's big money. When you got big money involved, dealing with publishing and masters and um, writing credits and all of that, you're dealing with perpetual money that's just going to keep making money, you know, for forever, with copyrights and licensing. So, yeah, that's real generational wealth, those catalogs. So, folks get killed over that stuff, like I said. Looking at Diddy situation. Who put Diddy on? And let me put the tinfoil kufi on for a minute. Who put Diddy on? Clive Davis. All right. And I did a broadcast talking about some of the artists connected with Clive Davis and how there's always coincidentally some janky happening with the artist. I mean, for decades, it's always some janky going on with his artists. They dying mysteriously, getting caught up. Um, Whitney Houston, that was one of his flagship artists. She died the night of a party. She died at a hotel where he was having a party right after she signed that big deal. Luther Vandross died after he signed with Clive. Come on, remember? Left Eye, they were signed to him too. They ran up in his office. Y'all remember that? I talked about that before. The TLC, they were mad about their money. That money was getting a little janky. So it was his office. They ran up in Clive Davis's office with bats and all types of shit. Huh? Come on, man. Biggie, Bad Boy at the time was distributed by Arista. We know what happened with that situation. Hell, recent. Let's go recent. We ain't got to go back a couple of decades recently. Angie Stone. Angie Stone was signed to Clive at one point. That's where her big catalog is. Yeah. So I don't want to put the tinfoil kufi on, but a lot of mysterious things happens to certain artists who's on certain labels. I just say that and let you do your own research. Just putting that on out. All right. Let's get them hands up. Let's get them hands up, ladies and gentlemen, because we are in here deep. Let's get what's up, Jose. Let's get Jose in here. Let's get Jose in the building. Brother Jose, what's happening? Mr. Jose, you want to unmute that mic, sir?
What's going on, Tariq? How we doing?
I'm good, brother Jose. Where you from, brother?
I'm from New York, but I live in LA.
There you go. You Puerto Rican dude?
Nah, I'm Italian and Spanish.
Oh, cool, cool. So your family's from Spain, Spain.
Yeah, Spaniards.
Okay, what part of Spain?
That goes back. I don't know. I know more about the Italian side.
Oh, okay. There you go. So what's on your mind, Jose?
I got a question about Gavin Newsom.
Yeah.
What do we think about the 2028 run? It looks like he's kind of taking a centrist view. He's coming out saying we got to clean up the homeless and all this other stuff. Kind of backtracking on all the other policies. So I feel like he's gonna run like as a center left, center right centrist.
Yeah, yeah, he might, and I don't like him because he reneged and crashed out the reparations out here. He initiated a reparations task force, and we out here were on their bumper. We were making sure all the language was right. We're making sure that it would be specifically for foundational Black Americans who were freedmen. We were on top of those meetings. They didn't expect us to be so meticulous with everything, making sure that all of the language wouldn't be tricked up. So they just went and crashed it on out at the last minute. So he's on the shit list. So I'm not a big fan of Newsom, but I know that he's probably going to be the front runner in 2028 because the Democrats don't really have anybody else. They don't have anybody with no good name recognition. I mean, the Democrats are really struggling right now. Ain't that right, RJ? Let me get RJ in here again. Let me ask RJ about the Democrats and who they're going to get. Because if you're all running around here with Jasmine Crockett and just a mess, that's who y'all running around with. That shows y'all ain't really got it popping like that. RJ, what's going on, man? Let me get you back real quick.
Yeah, personally, I want to defend Christianity because you were kind of because at the end of the day, guess what? His dad told him to not go to that party and get bitten by vampires. So his dad is still 1-0. Okay, let's keep it a bean. His dad told him to chill out and stay in the church and mind his business, mind his bi in the church, right?
Mm-hmm.
So don't go over there and get caught up with vampires and KKK members. He could have got shut up, because the KKK came after, so he could have got also shut up again, after avoiding the vampires if he stayed in the barn. So, and guess what? He eventually went home. He eventually went to the church, and stayed within the church family. So let's not act like the church was crashing out or whatever. It was the juke joint that was crashing out. So let's
Right.
chill out.
Okay, so
Yeah,
what I'm gonna do with you, I'm gonna have you help be a consultant on the sequel, and I'm gonna produce the sequel, and we're gonna do it in your homeland. And what we're
my
gonna
God.
have, yes, 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 yes. So we're gonna have musty vampires, and they're gonna be biting monkeys, and they're going to turn them into zombie bushmeat. So instead of sinners, it's gonna be called dinners because they're gonna have bushmeat for dinner, and the bushmeat is gonna come and turn into vampires and attack the whole village.
Yeah.
But
When it
but
comes to
anyway,
when it
anyway, anyway, anyway. But let me ask you this about the
all right.
Democrats. Who's going to be the front runner? Who is Gavin? Is that their guy? What are they doing?
Well, this like we're still 3 years away, so there's a lot of terrible things that Trump can do and a lot of good things that the Democrats can do. Because I don't see Trump, doing any good thing. Like he's not progressive. He's not caring about healthcare or housing or anything like that. So he's just gonna keep
Trump only
crashing out.
has a few years left. Trump has a few years left, and then he's out the game. So now, what are you guys going to do? Who you guys going to get? Who do
A
we
lot
need to get? Okay, because y'all always complain about us not supporting the Democrats. Who are we supporting?
a lot can happen in a day, let alone a few years. But the people that the Democrats have, like you, anytime I name someone, you just throw your hands in the air and just say, "Oh," you start complaining and whining. I'm gonna name someone.
I name
Don't.
somebody. Who's going to be a good front runner?
All right, because the person who has the most juice right now, right, is Bernie Sanders, because he's doing rallies all around America right now, right? And he's pulling Trump numbers. He's pulling 30,000 people, right? If you haven't noticed, so he has the most juice. Him and what's her name, AOC. They're
Oh
doing a
Lord.
lot of rallies right now, and they have the juice right now. They literally have the Democratic juice right now. Like people
Mm.
are calling them, saying they are the leader of the Democratic Party, and it's
Oh,
supposed to be Chuck Schumer. Chuck Schumer is supposed to be the technical leader of the Democratic Party, but they're giving it, the culture is giving it to AOC and Bernie Sanders, so they have the juice right now.
oh,
But
oh Lord. Well, yeah, they gonna lose if that's what they got. Oh, they gonna big time lose. They're not even trying. If that's the best they got, and I'm not saying that you're not telling the truth, but boy, that's gonna be very interesting. If that's the best they got, I don't know. I don't know about that one. All right. Anyway, let's get one more good call in because I ain't gonna be on too long. Not gonna be on too long, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, Nicey girl? I see you down there, Nicey. All right, we got a lot of people in here. Let's raise those hands. Everybody, raise those hands real quick. Let's get a good one in here. What's this? Theseus. Theseus, hop on, Theseus.
Oh man, what's up? How you doing tonight?
I'm good, brother. How are you?
Not too bad, not too bad. What you guys talking about?
All right, Thesis. Thank you so much, Thesis. All right, let me get some more folks in here. All right. This dude think he just walked into somebody's OnlyFans page. Oh, no, dude. Just you come in making casual small talk. You come in and start discussing. That's what you do. You start discussing the issues or whatever issues or whatever you want to talk about. All right, let's get Mo Bull Bull. Mo Bull. What's up, Mo Bull?
How's it go, man?
I'm good, brother. How are you, sir?
Maintaining, man. Maintaining, man. Chilling in the pavilion, man. Couple random questions. Not sure if you caught word about a fire that happened, I guess, earlier back on Thursday. It would happen through a former plantation in Louisiana. Not sure if you heard about that one.
Haven't heard about that one. That's interesting. I haven't heard about that, but I will look that up. I'll look that up. Thank you so much. All right. Okay, we got a lot of folks in here, but let me wrap this thing up because now the conversation is getting kind of scattered. All right, let me get up out of here, man. It's been real. Yo, everybody go to hiddenhistorymuseum.com. Make a contribution to the Hidden History Museum, hiddenhistorymuseum.com. Get the book there, Hidden Heroes from A to Z. All right, I'm up out of here.
Tonight, root work tonight, root work tonight, root work tonight. I'll be feeling so right. I got that root work tonight. Feeling fresh from the morning light. Root work hit me, I'm set for the night. Look good, smell right. Yeah, I'm that type. I gotta let the world know I got that root work.